Hello, I'm Casey. I'm your fashion friend, your confidence cheerleader, your joy provider. I help inspire you with all things style, fashion, joy, and confidence. I post short, easy to digest advice videos to help you create a closet you love and get dressed with less stress. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel below so you don't miss out on anything. And let's get on with the show. So release the pressure of trying to be perfect. Release the pressure of trying to be figuring out to be so like perfect and fashionable. Release that pressure. Don't be so hard on yourself for not knowing fashion, for not knowing style, and release that pressure of trying to be perfect. I mean, all in all, majority of us, no one ever taught us fashion, right? No one sat us down in a classroom, gave us tests and said, this is how fashion goes. This is how, you do fashion. This is how you get inspired. Hi. No one has most of the time taught us that. And so you cannot put pressure on yourself for not knowing how to do that. Yet, day in and day out, we're judged on what we wear, how we present ourselves, and more than being judged, we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves for what we wear, not knowing fashion. And a lot of times oh, thanks, Julia, yay! A lot of times we give just way too much pressure on not knowing fashion. And I'm here to tell you, release that pressure. I'm telling you so many times, release the pressure of not knowing and judging ourselves. We didn't go to school for this. And so let that go. Let it go that you don't, no one taught you how to be inspired in fashion. And that's okay. That's okay. Look at this as being an experiment and to experiment the joy within yourself. And that's what I'm here to help you do. I'm here to help you find your own personal style and to help release the pressure that everyone feels they have when they think about fashion and how they need to show up. Like, you don't need to show up a certain way. You need to show up as you, and you need to show up, imperfect. And so release that pressure. So a lot of us have grown up with magazines. Oh, thanks, Natalie. A lot of us grow up with magazines being our teachers in fashion. And that's great if you were able to look at magazines and just solely be inspired. Awesome. But a lot of it was the leaders of the industry telling you, controlling the industry. So it's the leaders of the industry in these magazines telling you what's in style and what's not. And a lot of the times you go read these magazines and they're like, this is in style, you need to get it. And so you go out and you run out and you get it. And then the next time you get the magazine, they say that's out of style. And now this is in style. So you shouldn't be wearing this. And now you should be wearing this. So you run out, get the new things. And then the next time you read the magazines are like, sorry, you're out of style again. And how unfair is that, right? That's so unfair. It creates this perpetual cycle of self-doubt and of catch-up. And it's not a healthy thing if that is how you're being taught. So then we go into our adulthood and still maybe reading these magazines. And we then carry that self-doubt with us. Hi, are you listening? So we then carry that self-doubt with us, and we're never feeling like we're enough. We're never feeling like we're in fashion. We're never feeling like we're in style. And that's where I'm here to tell you it's not about what's in and what's out. It's about finding your personal style. It's all about finding your personal style. And that is what I'm here to do. And that's what I've been craving to be back to help and teach you. So again, the whole purpose of this video, release the pressure. Stop being so hard on yourself when it comes to fashion. Like, release that pressure. So you might have heard me say this before, is that when I view this relationship with the leaders in the industry and the magazines that have been influencing you, I sometimes look at it as a, therapist. Like, if you needed advice, instead of going to a therapist, these magazines are like going kind of back to the abuser. Hate to say it, but it's how you also look at it. If you can look at magazines, just be inspired, awesome. But say that you're feeling these moments of self-doubt and not enough, then you're you are, as a person looking for fashion advice, not going to a therapist, you're then going back to the abuser, the one telling you you're not enough. You need this to be cool. You need da 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 da. And that's a really unhealthy relationship. So look at, if you are looking at these magazines, how you're feeling when you're looking at them. If you're feeling like, gosh, I'm not enough, that they're always telling me I'm out of style, that's something to evaluate. And maybe let's start looking into a place of more joy, of how to get inspired in fashion, how to find it from the inside out. And of course, like I said, that's where I have found that more women need that in their lives. And that's what I want to be here for. So, again, release the pressure. So I went to school for fashion. I know the ins and outs of the industry. And if you're out there, say hallelujah, answer me. I'm just kind of going off on a whim, spitting knowledge, talking fast because I don't know how long this one's going to last. But I went to school for fashion. So I actually love fashion magazines because I was able to look at them and not get influenced negatively by them. For me, it was art. So I know the ins and outs. I've seen and worked with and tried. I believe my whole life's work is to help women in confidence, and that's what I'm here for. And it was the industry that helped lead me there, because I saw so many holes in the industry and so much self-doubt, and I really just wanted people to be hi Leah, I really wanted to help people with confidence and with fashion, and to help them find what's inside and help them express it outwards, instead of like, oh, I need to follow this trend, right? So less following trends, more knowledge on how. Less following trends. Yay! Auntie Leah says hi. So less following trends is my motto. More knowledge on how to express yourself and find inspiration and find your own personal style. Less trends, more personal style. So what else? What else do I have on my notes? Fashion's about having a good time. It really is. And that's what I hope more people feel, is fashion is more about having a good time. And I get it. I get that fashion is hard. Following trends is hard. If you're not really into it, I don't even know everything in the industry. I don't even know all the trends that are out there right now. And it's so hard to feel always less than, like, oh, I don't know these trends. Oh, I feel out of style. Like I don't feel like enough. And that's what's so hard, is because the beauty about the fashion industry is that it's always changing. The hard thing about the industry is that it's always changing. And so I'm here to help show you, and teach you how to keep up and be inspired, and tips and tricks on how to grasp all those changing motions in the industry, so you don't feel less than, and always know you're not less than, and know that. And she just tooted. You have some toots for them? Because you just tooted. Yep. So just know that I understand that being fashionable and following trends is hard, and that's why I'm here. And that we're also here to... I can't concentrate right now because she's just tooting. She's tooting up a storm. I also just want to let you know that fashion is always learnable. So yes, fashion and trends and might lie, deeper than other people, and the talent might come easier to other people, as in anything, but fashion is always learnable. It's not something that people were just solely born with. It's learnable, and you have to take chances. So just release the pressure, you guys. Breathe in and out. Release the pressure when it comes to knowing about fashion and what your expectations are on yourself for knowing about fashion. So here we are, we're rewinding what we've all been taught about ourselves, about fashion, rewiring our minds so that it's healthy inside, so it shows up better outside. So your personal style is an extension of you. It's an extension of how you feel. It's an extension of your personality. It's your extension of you. So that's what personal style is. And that's what we're here to do. And fashion is learnable. And last but not least, release the pressure. I said release the pressure and she fired again. Yes, that you can release that pressure too. This is the comedic relief in all of it right here. So release the pressure of feeling like you have to be perfect. And actually, I would say promise yourself to show up imperfectly. How cool would that be? Instead of like, okay, I'm not going to try to be perfect. That's like, okay, but let's promise ourselves, make this promise to yourself to show up imperfectly. So say, I'm going to wear this random jacket I bought and don't know how to wear because I'm going to promise myself I'm going to show up imperfectly by wearing this jacket and just taking a chance. So today, we're back. Wear Joy's back. And let's show up imperfectly together, take chances together, and be that support for each other as we walk through life imperfectly. Because if you show up with the promise to be imperfect, that's already perfect in itself.